Hi and welcome to another video of ABKGRG. In this video we will cover a weird ABS DSC problem I had on this BMW X5, and I will also show you what caused the problem and how I fixed it. Maybe first of all I describe what problems I had. I drove on the Autobahn and my cluster was showing weird things like the coolant temperature went to the maximum, the oil temperature went to the maximum. I lost my RPM scale and also my speedometer. And I was like, what? Okay, I drove like 180 kilometers per hour and my passenger just took then a video, which I will show you now. As you can see in the video, what the cluster is saying does not make any sense, so I went for parking and I had a look at the engine and it was like, okay, everything is good, nothing is hot, oil seems to be okay, and yeah, the engine was still running, so I had no RPM and the engine is still running, so maybe there would be a different problem. So what I experienced next was that the ABS DSC was not working. Also the warning lights were on, and when I did some serious braking then also the wheels blocked, so the ABS DSC wasn't working. So what happened here? Maybe we have a look at the bus systems this car has, and I will show you now a drawing to explain it further. So now we are here on the schematic side of the bus systems of the X5 or the E39. So you can see here the instrument cluster, and here you can see the iBus and the CAN bus. Maybe just talk about the CAN bus. So on the CAN bus there are the DME, which is basically your engine control unit, which gives the cluster the information about the RPM. Here the temperature of the coolant, and if you have ES then you also have the information about the oil temperature. The ABS DSC unit gives us the information about the current speed and also if the ABS DSC is active or not. The HES is the automatic gearbox control, and you see the information here in which gear you currently are. And we have here the steering angle sensor. Well, this is only needed for the ABS DSC. In case one of these units fails, then you don't have information, for example, about the speed if only the ABS DSC unit fails. But the problem gets even worse in case of the CAN bus is blocked. Then none of these ECUs can give information to the cluster. Well, now you know my video from the cluster failing, and this is typical if the CAN bus fails. So we don't have information about RPM, temperature, oil temperature, and this is what you have seen, that the coolant temperature went to the maximum, the oil temperature went to the maximum, and we didn't have any information about the speed or the RPMs. To make things even worse, this cluster works like a gateway. So for example, the speed information is also sent on the iBus, and here you can see on the iBus there is the general module, and this also steers the servotronic. This is how easy your wheel is going, or the PDC, the park distance control. Then you don't even have a reverse gear detection and the PDC is not activated automatically, or the radio doesn't get any information about the speed, so it is not changing its volume. So all of this was caused by a defective ECU. The problem here is that the manufacturer of the ECU has used a technology called bonding. So basically you have a PCB here and you have the connector there, and to make a connection here they used small thin wires, and this is called bonding. And it's not like a big cable which is soldered to the PCB, it's very small, even thinner than a hair. In the engine bay you have a lot of heat and you also have a lot of vibrations, so basically this thin hair will break and cause various problems. So in my case it was a CAN bus which did not work anymore, and the even worse thing is that the CAN bus was blocked, so my transmission went to faulty mode, I had no speedometer, etc, etc. What I did to ensure that it's really this ECU, I disconnected the ECU when I came home, and then suddenly the RPMs worked again and all the other things worked. So I knew, okay, it must be the ECU. Okay, that's the theory. Now we will disassemble everything here again. I already had disassembled it because I sent the ECU for rebonding, and now it's a good time to show you which bolts you have to open to get easily to the ECU, and it's quite an easy fix. Let's go! Okay, I hope you have enjoyed the video about the ABS DSC problem on the BMW X5. In case it was helpful for you, just subscribe this channel here and let me know if we should do more videos in English so I could help you on other topics.